6 for the EV, ride around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me, sip water like a fish, sip box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world a makeover. Time never stops, no the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Damon up in the building. We Talk Hawks TV. We Talk Hawks daily. Just want to do a interview of myself. Not an interview, but an introduction. I looked across the channel. Y'all saw did an interview with Mikey. If y'all missed that interview, go tap in, hit that like button, support our up and coming local future sports journalists. But then I'm in the Twitter chat and I'm talking to the homies, Matt, Analyst, Ticket, Foot, you feel me, White Mike. And I'm like, oh, I don't even have an introduction up here. So I said, let me make me a video. Let me introduce myself. Y'all know me. I'm Damon. I'm a die-hard Atlanta fan. I'm a die-hard Hawks fan. I'm an old school fan. And I'm going to just say this off the jump. I'm emotionally invested into the Hawks and the Falcons more than I am the Braves and the Dogs, okay? But when it comes to the Hawks, I am, if you've been on this show doing these post-game lives, you know, my day, my week go as the Hawks go. I mean, I laugh when I say that out loud. It's true though, but I just laugh because I think it's hilarious. Like, how you a 46-year-old guy emotionally invested and upset at sports teams? But it is what it is, man. I can't help it. I love the Atlanta Hawks. Like, I don't have no second teams. When it comes to the Hawks, I don't listen. When it comes to the Hawks, if the Hawks not playing, I don't care who wins. I don't care who playing. I don't care what they got going on. If the Hawks not playing, I'm not invested. I don't care. I don't have favorite players. I don't care what happens if the Hawks not playing. I may watch a little bit of the games, like the finals and the playoffs, but in reality, to be honest, I really don't care who wins or loses. Okay, unless it benefits the Hawks. Okay, like I was rooting against the Celtics, hoping that, you know, them getting eliminated would push Jaylen Brown to come to Atlanta. But if he wasn't coming to Atlanta, I wouldn't care if they won or lost, to keep it to be honest with you. But yes, I'm a diehard Hawks fan. Okay, I've been following these dudes for 35 years where I could like understand the game of basketball, right? But I've only rooted for the Atlanta Hawks my whole life. Never rooted for another team ever. About myself, y'all know I'm 46. Here's another fact most people already know. I'm not from Atlanta. Okay. I'm not even from the state of Georgia. I'm from Virginia. And then first thing people tell me when I tell them I'm a Hawks fan and I'm from Virginia, the first thing they say is, why you pick those bums? Out of all the teams you could have been a fan of, you picked the raggedy ass Hawks. And sometimes on the right day, when people tell me that, I'd be like, yeah, you exactly freaking correct. I could have picked any team. But if you go back to the late 80s, early 80s, late 90s, when Ted Turner owned the Atlanta Hawks, in Virginia, we got a station called Superstation TBS. Like in Virginia, and you had cable, you got good two local sports channels. WGN out of Chicago would show mainly Cubs, and TBS would show the Braves and some Hawks games because Ted Turner used to own both of them. That's how I started watching the Hawks faithfully, tapping in with the Hawks and the Braves, right? So ever since I could watch TV and Superstation TV, ever since we had cable when I was a kid, I was watching Hawks. I was watching the Braves. And the fact that the Braves AAA farm team used to be in Richmond, Virginia, and I could just listen to them on the radio. And that's how I became a Hawks fan. right? Not being from the state of Georgia. What else y'all need to know about me? Okay, let's talk about the channel. I know people wondering why, Demond, why you start this channel. Okay, now this is mainly for my Hawks fans who was rooting for the Hawks before Trae Young got here, before, let's say, Al Horford got here. Okay, because that's when we made the playoffs. Al Horford, Joe Johnson, but before before 08, right? We was on a 7-year drought, not making the playoffs, being one of the worst teams in the NBA, drafting high, tricking off the draft picks with terrible draft choices and talent. There was nobody I could talk about the Atlanta Hawks, right? A lot of my friends were Celtics, Lakers, Bulls. You had occasional fans of like the Rockets. I had a homie who was a Blazers fan due to Clyde Drexler and them going to the finals. You had Sixers fans, Suns fans due to Barkley. But there was never nobody I could talk Hawks basketball with, like, to get deep into it. A lot of people knew Dominique, Spud Webb, Kevin Willis, but they didn't really pay attention to the Hawks. So I said, you know what? I need somebody to talk to. And I kind of blew it off for a minute. So if you look, you see the channel started in 08. I didn't really post nothing back then until about 2012 when we was playing the Celtics. And I was so angry. And this video is still up on the channel right now. It's one of the first videos, probably the first video I did about the Hawks. I was so angry at the Hawks, at Josh Smith and them for tricking off that game to the Celtics. And because I was living in Missouri at the time, I had nobody to talk to. So I just cut on my cameraman on that and just made the video. And I said, I'm going to just upload it to YouTube. Maybe somebody out there feel me. They probably don't got nobody to talk Hawks basketball with neither. And then once I did that, I kind of fell off of YouTube. I was still, I was a young staff sergeant in the Army back then. So I didn't really have a lot of time because, I was trying to move up the ranks and whatnot. And, you had all the deployments and stuff. So fast forward, was it last year? So that'd be December 2020. I promise my New Year's resolution in December 2020 going into 21 was to was it 21 or 22? It might have been 21 going into 22. Yeah. December 21 going into January 22 is when I made a New Year's resolution. I said, you know what? I'm going to be consistent on my YouTube channel because I'm living in Texas at the time. I said, I don't have nobody to talk Hawks basketball with. There's really no Hawks content that's on YouTube where fans can get up here and voice our opinions. I called in the 92-90 game a couple times, but you can't really, when you call like the radio, you can't really get your argument off. You can't really debate because, you're just calling in there to, give you a little 30 seconds to a minute spiel, and then they just cut you off. So I said, I'm going to be consistent on my YouTube channel because I need to vent and get this stuff off. Now, at the time, before I did the YouTube, shout out to my boy Jamal Price, which is going to be an interview from Jamal coming soon up here. My guy me and Jamal was in this group called Hawks Nation. Shout out Hawks Nation on Facebook. And he hit me up one day. It was like, hey man, I'm thinking about starting my own group. Would you come? Would you join my group? Be a mod? Well, I was like, hell yeah. Because at the time, I think Hawks Nation on Facebook, it got thousands of people in Hawks Nation. So when my boy Jamal gave me an opportunity to be like a moderator of a group, I was like, hell yeah. I don't care how many people in there. I get to be a mod and talk Hawks. Let's get it. So he started that group. And after a while, that's when I met my homeboys. Y'all seen them on the channel. My boy Eddie, my homeboy OG Chauncey, Y'all seen them on the channel a couple times. That's where I met them at. And then, me and Chauncey and Eddie, and we used to go back and forth all the time. So then we just started going live in the group. Once Facebook came out with that live, we would meet Chauncey, Eddie. We would just go live in the group after games. So I was like, I'm gonna just start doing it on my YouTube channel since I'm already doing it here anyway. And so then that's when I said, you know what? So I'd already been in that group. I've been New Pack City for I don't know how long at the time. What New Pack City had been around 4 or 5 years at the time. Shout out to Jamal again, because that's my favorite. That's like my favorite group. I'm in that group. I don't post as much, but I'm in there every day and I read all the stuff because it's hilarious, man. That group's so funny. So then I said, that's when I made the New Year's resolution. I said, I'm gonna go ahead and just, go put my stuff on YouTube. Because in New Pack City, me and Chauncey would go live after games, and we would get 20, 30 people tapping in with us. So I was like, hey, maybe some other Hawks fan that want to tap in that don't know about New Pack City, and me and Chauncey talking about the games and whatnot. I was on Twitter, but I didn't really use Twitter. I hopped up Twitter I looked on Twitter a couple times. I seen a couple Hawks stuff, Hawks Fan TV. I think I saw them, but I didn't really pay attention to Twitter at the time, even though I had it. So then I started being consistent on the YouTube channel. So I started January 20. What did I say? 21? What's this? 23, 22. January 22. Went to half. Yeah, so January 22. And I remember, if y'all go back, y'all see the videos, man. It used to just be me by myself up here. Because, I didn't know nobody. So I was like, I'm just going to say shit, say what I feel about the game and keep it moving, post it. If people tap in, they tap in. And if not, they don't. I just had to have somebody to talk to because now I'm in Texas. And once again, not having nobody to talk Hawks basketball with one-on-one, face-to-face. My wife definitely didn't want to hear me talk about no damn Hawks basketball. My wife, she could care less. But because she a Laker fan anyway. But so I was just talking, man, talking about the game, my opinion, whatnot. And that's when it's funny because like some of the first people on the channel, let's see, Analyst was the first person, Atlanta Analyst. Y'all see my boy up here, man, Young Cat. And that's when Analyst still had his braces. I was like, this dude got to be like 14 or 15 years old. But Analyst was the first person to actually come on the panel, come on the show. And I had a whole bunch, and I think we had played the Raptors, we played the Heat. And next thing I know, I had a whole bunch of Raptor fans and Heat fans in the chat talking shit because I think they was beating our ass or some shit. And that's why, like, you'll see in the chat today, like, it's a lot of Heat fans, especially when we play the Heat or we play the Raptor. Well, y'all know Raj, our troll up in there. Raj, y'all know he a Raptor fan. Jordan, who used to come on the show. Shout out my boy Jordan. Y'all seen him on a couple episodes. I think he done took a step back for a hot second. But I think he was upset about how the Raptor season ended. He took a step back. But believe it or not, and I know people have mentioned Jordan before, and people be like, why you got a Raptors fan? Jordan, one of the first people who been on this channel. If y'all go back and y'all see Jordan been on this channel since. You'll see him in the go look in the chat in the comments. Jordan been in the chat in the comments almost day one. So it's not like Joe was just some Raptor troll or something. No, he been in here from day one, and I like it because he gives me another set of eyes that's not a Hawks fan, that don't have no Hawk bias, who can sit there and say, you know what, from this angle, this is what it's looking like. So, I respect that. And then you see a lot of the Heat fans in there in the chat, especially when we play them, especially if we lose to them. They definitely come and tap in. That's why you'll see cat. I can't remember everybody, but like That's So Hunted. Damn, what's the other cat name? Really though. They've been in here for a hot second too. Shout out to them, salute to them, and them boys going to the finals. So yeah, so I started the channel, started being consistent. Then it used to just be me. It used to be me and analysts. Then it used to be me, analysts, and then you see, what was my guy name? Damn, he used to always want to donate to the channel, and I think analyst said he got sick or something. He might have passed away. Not sure. We haven't seen him in a minute, but it was him because he used to hit me up. He said, "Hey, Devon, how can I donate to the channel?" I was like, "Bro, I'm just doing this for free, man. I don't need no donations right now." Because I think we might have had like 200 subscribers, and you got to remember when I restarted the channel, I already had 148 subscribers from like I used to do video game content for like MLB The Show and Madden and whatnot. So yeah, we had probably picked up like another 50 subs. So me, analyst, I remember him, Dave. You'll see him in the chat. He been in here for a minute, and we just kept being consistent. And you know, with me being a Hawks fan, and like I try to tell y'all, man, like I'm not a coach, right? I'm not a coach. I'm not a player. I only play basketball outside, rec basketball. I never play high school ball. No, I just play outside at the Y, at the boys club. So I'm a fan. So when you hear me up here talking, I'm just giving you how I feel from a fan standpoint. The X's and O's part is just stuff that I learn over time. But that's why I always tell y'all I'm not a coach, you know. So that's why you don't really see me getting real deep in X's and O's and all that jazz. I say that for analysts and Foot and and everybody else. But I just want y'all to know, like, I'm a fan. So like after games, like like I be like emotionally drained. Sometimes I feel like I be out there playing. And that's why, depending on if we win or lose, my attitude is never the same. Y'all know when we win, I be turned up, I be lit. Cause y'all know my motto, I take all wins. I don't care who we beat. I don't care if they got to come out there. I don't care if they're only playing with 5 people. I take a dub in the NBA. And that's why you see my attitude different when we lose or when we trick off a game. That's why I get so mad. Like when we lost that game in San Antonio and I'm sitting down there courtside just watching my team blow a 24-point lead to an 18-win team. I was so angry that day because I'm emotionally invested in this team, man. I'm emotionally invested in the Atlanta Hawks. Okay, not necessarily the players because players come and go. But yeah, so the channel. So that's why I started the channel, just so I can interact with other fans. And then, I was like, I know people just don't want to sit up here and just hear me and analysts go back and forth talking woo, 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 woo. So then I was like, you know what? Since I can't interview people after games because I'm not in Atlanta, I'll just have fans come on the channel and just give us their opinion. And that's why I don't call this a podcast. Some people call it a podcast. I don't call this a podcast. That's why you'll see, like in the description, I always put this is an interactive fan channel. I want it to be to where fans can come up here about the game, off-season work, whatever, and voice your opinion. Because I know it's not too many places where fans can really go and we can voice our opinion. You know what I'm saying? And not be, ran off and, you get a little 10 seconds to say whatever, and then they kick you off. So that's why I became a Hawks fan. I mean, that's how I became a Hawks fan. That's why I restarted the channel, just so I can talk Hawks basketball with fellow Hawk fans, and I love it because since I'm not from Atlanta, I get different aspects because I'm not from Atlanta. So when I meet people from Atlanta being in the military and they tell me they're not Hawks fan, I look at them, I be like, how you from Atlanta and you're not a Hawks fan? But now that I got people on the channel born and raised in Atlanta, shout out my boy Mike. Then we got tons of Mikes. Shout out Mike Smith, aka Arch Alien. He be giving me that real Atlanta vibe. Foot, y'all know Foot's a coach. Atlanta analyst. Who else from Atlanta? or Metro Atlanta. You know, you got Al, JR. Sorry if I'm forgetting anybody, man. Georgia Boy, and they be Moody. They be coming here with that Atlanta accent too, man. I be like, oh yeah, we got some real ATLians up in here. But I like it because they give me the hometown, you know, vibe, point of view. You feel me? That I can't give people because I'm not from there, and I don't live there. But what else about me does anybody need to know? Besides that, I love the Hawks. I love talking about the Atlanta Hawks. I love going back and forth about the Hawks, even though I'm gonna keep it real. Even though sometimes I might be wrong, which is rare. It's very rare that I'm wrong when it comes to the Hawks. But I like going back and forth with everybody, man. I have fun doing that. Even though I'm right 99% of the time. It's just funny because we all got the same goal. We just want to win. But that's why I like, you know, I don't have patience for the Hawks. Because when you've been rooting for a team for so long, disappointment after disappointment, tricking off games, tricking off draft picks, terrible ownership. Ownership promise you this, they don't get it done. You know, so that's why I don't have patience when people are like, we gotta develop. I'm done with developing. What else? I'm married. I got 2 boys of my own, and my cousin that I raised since he was 10. Me and my wife raised since he was 10 years old. He's now 20, about to be 21. In the Army, salute. Y'all already know my oldest son is a Baylor. That's why y'all see sometimes you'll see me with all this Baylor stuff on, because he gets me Baylor stuff, and we go to the Baylor football games because it's only an hour away, you know. And you'll see my son with me. So like anytime I come to Atlanta and go to San Antonio for the games, that's who my oldest always come with me. So you'll see him with me when I out and about going to Hawks games. What else about me? Do I want to be a sports journalist? Not necessarily, because I don't think I could be like a media guy. I would love like to be able to go like in the post games and but I'm too much of a fan, you know. I could do it. I couldn't do it for the Atlanta Hawks. I'm sorry, I can't do it because they probably kick me out the first day, man. Okay, especially if we lose and I'm mad. If it's any other team, I don't care if they win or lose. So I can just go in there and be professional. But I could not go into the Hawks media. I would go crazy. I'd be like, Trey, why are we doing this? Quinn, what happened? John, what's going on? What are we doing? Y'all know how I get, man. When we tricking off games, you know how I get. So I don't think I could be a sports analyst. Not for the Hawks. I could even do it for the fact I can't do it for the Hawks, man. I'm just too emotionally invested, and I could not be a professional. You know, I would need to talk to them dudes like offline so we can just talk. Be like, man, what's really going on? Why we can't do this, man? You know what I'm saying? Like on some barbershop talk stuff. What else about me, y'all need to know or don't know? Let's see. That's probably about it, man, that I can think of. Just know that I'm a diehard Hawks fan, man. Like, if it ain't Atlanta, I'm telling you, if it's not Atlanta Hawks, I don't care. I will watch these other teams, but I don't care. And usually when I'm watching them, it's either at the fourth quarter or I'm looking because somebody said something and I'm looking for some points so I can go talk smack. But yeah, I'm just a diehard Hawks fan, man. You know, it ain't too many of us out there, man. And I do understand, you know, a lot of our fan base is a little younger because Trae Young. No, shout out Trae Young, man, because, you know, I will say this, and I'm just speaking, man, you know, if Trae Young never wins a championship here, one thing I got to tip my cap to Trae Young, because one thing he did, he gave us that Michael Vick effect that Vick did for the Falcons, man. You feel me? Like, I could go places and I would never see Atlanta Hawks gear. You know what I'm saying? Now, bro, like when I go to the games in San Antonio or Dallas, it's hella Hawks fans, man. Even if they all wearing Trae Young shit, it don't matter. And it's good to see that. It's good. It was good that Trae Young, you know, he got us a Christmas Day, even though he missed the game. But for us just to get on national TV like that on a Christmas, I never seen that. I don't think we played Christmas since Dominique. I can't even remember the last time we played. That's off. I got to go look it up actually, because I can't even remember the last time we played a Christmas game. So you know, I appreciate Trae Young for that, but I only brought that up because I know a lot of our fans really here because of Trae Young. So that means a lot of our fan base is younger, you know, and I'm hoping that we can build off of this and that this young fan base, you know, we can win games and get in championships, you know, that young fan base grow up looking at the Atlanta Hawks as a winner. You know what I'm saying? Because if they can grow up and look at the Hawks as winners, then they'll pass that down to their kids. Hey, we root for this is the Atlanta Hawks household. You feel me? Like you see in LA, Boston, New York, Philly, and other places and other organizations, and other sports, you know, and that's how you develop that fan base. You know, a lot of our fans, they grew up when the Hawks was trash, you know, 2000, 2008. That's why they don't mess with the Hawks, you know. But I think that's about it, guys. I mean, I don't really know what else to tell y'all, man. So I'm just emotionally involved with the Hawks, man. I love the Atlanta Hawks, bro. That's all I can really say. But I will have another video up, man, to discuss just the channel and you know what type of vision that I have for the channel, man. And I just want to say salute and shout out to everybody who's smashed that like button, who's hit the subscribe button, who's come in the chat, who's come in on the panel and voice their opinions, whether it's in the chat or the panel. You know, the consistent people. Like, let's see who the consistent chat people in the chat. Finisher, shout out Finisher. I don't know what Finisher look like, who he is or who she is, but I'm gonna tell you, man, hey, Finisher be keeping stats at the ready, dog. I don't know if he got the stats already or he just quick. Shout out Finisher. Shout out ATL Kool-Aid. Shout out ATL Kool-Aid drinkers, man, in the chat, man. He funny as heck, man. Shout out that homeboy Kareem. Kareem is like, I don't know what it is, but Kareem, he could push analyst buttons, man. Like, it's hilarious, man. Like, it's so funny. Who else be in the chat that I can just think of off the top of my head? Dave, shout out to boy Dave. I'm thinking. My mind got going blank, guys. Probably, hey, I'm getting old, dog, so I can't remember everybody. But I just want to say that all your support for this channel, man, it's appreciated. I love seeing everybody in the chat. I love seeing people come on the panel. Shout out to homie RJ be on the panel. You know, even if you just come up here one time, man, I appreciate the support that you give the channel. And I'm just happy to be able to talk Hawks basketball with everybody, even though all y'all on the panel and in the chat is 99.9% wrong. Okay. And I'm usually correct. I just want to put that out there. Your boy Demond, I'm right. Most 99.9% of the time I'm right. Okay, all y'all wrong. Shout out to homie Pharaoh. My bad. I'm just saying names as they pop in my head, man. Shout out Pharaoh. Damn, my mind going blank. But that's all I got, family. I done ran this way too long. But make sure you tap in with us. Y'all know we're starting to do shows every other day now. Obviously until the season starting, you know, we'll be back on our regular season schedule. Share the videos, like the videos, get your friends involved. Okay, we're trying to be the #1 Hawks YouTube fan channel out there. And that's the goal. So with that being said, it's your boy Demond, man. I'm up out of here. Y'all stay up, man. Peace. Hawks up.